Hey guys, welcome back to another video at Jensen's Reptiles. Thanks for bearing with me while I took a bit of time off. Regular videos will resume today, so massive thanks to everyone that's stuck around and been letting me know that they're excited to see new content. Something a bit different today and rather exciting. John and Peter at Arcadia, so a big thanks to them, have sent through the new Earth Pro range, so I can give it a little try out and tell you guys about it. I'm massively keen on supplementing as far as animal diets go, making sure they've got everything they need to be strong and healthy. So I'm going to give their new range a rundown and let you guys know what's going on with each one, so that you can go check it out. And it should be good for pretty much everything. I think they've got something for everything here. So I'm just going to set my camera up on a tripod and we'll get going. Right, so first up we've got the calcium. This has got a little bit of magnesium added, which is great. This is absolutely essential for the skeletal development of reptiles. A lot of people ask me, when it comes to supplementation, why do we have to supplement? Because you don't see people running around in wild situations sprinkling white powder on lizards' food. And no, you don't. But a bearded dragon, for example, will get the calcium that it needs because the soil that grows its food is calcium rich. I cannot guarantee that in London, England. Therefore, I will supplement his food to ensure that he gets everything he needs to be strong and healthy. So calcium in particular is brilliant for ensuring that your animal doesn't get metabolic bone disease, which is just a horrible thing to see in any reptile when their legs start to twist, and there's no going back at that point. You can kind of stop it from getting worse, but you're really putting your animal's life on the line. And as simple as it is to go and buy one of these packets, I'd always recommend it. I'll talk quickly about snakes because as a reptile they do require, calcium. Now, because they eat mammals rather than insects, they will absorb the majority of the calcium that they need through the bones of that animal. So they will kind of assimilate everything that the mammal has to offer. Arcadia have written on here, yep, you can see that, essential for maintaining strong bones, muscles and optimum neurological health. So you can see they've written essential. This company really doesn't mess around, they know what they're talking about. Calcium is 100% essential in a reptile's diet. So it's just a great thing, you want to make sure that you've got it. And I really like the packaging here. I have used the Exoterra supplements in the past, and they do take up a fair bit of space, so these nice slimline packets are absolutely wonderful. Next we're going to move on to the Multivitamin, which is the Earth Pro A, this one here. So this is a full spectrum vitamin and mineral mix. As I was saying before about kind of creating a natural diet, that's incredibly difficult in captivity because you'll be buying foods from either your local supermarkets or fruit and veg stalls or wherever you get it from. It's usually not grown in the same conditions as what these animals are eating in the wild. So when it comes to supplementing, you're creating this full spectrum of vitamins and minerals, as it says on here, so that you can ensure they get everything they need to be healthy. And a lot of people, as I said, ask why a supplement, and it's basically a fail-safe. You can turn around and say, I've done everything I possibly could to make sure that my animal had a balanced, healthy diet. And of course you use this in conjunction with feeding them a wide range of safe fruits and veg, and depending what kind of animal it is, to make sure that they're getting what they need, and staying interested and alert. And especially if you're breeding animals as well, you want your breeding animals to be nice and healthy. So this is brilliant stuff. So multivitamins and calcium, 100% necessary. So definitely, if you're going to get anything, these two, 100%, definitely the best things you can do. Alright, so next up we've got the insect fuel. If you feeding your reptiles insects, you want to make sure that those insects are the healthiest they've ever been, so that your animal in turn is eating really great food. To do that, you want to give them a healthy diet. So what I do here is I kind of take the food that I want my animals to be eating and I put it inside the insects, and I gut load them and then I feed. Now this insect fuel is alfalfa based, but it also contains a full spectrum of vitamins and minerals, which means that your insects are going to be, you know, just wonderfully nutritious, and that's great. So any kind of insect eating reptile will benefit from their insects having eaten this. So what does it say on the back here? So you can use it with all of these, and that is what it contains. So you can see it's alfalfa based, but it also has so much wonderful stuff in that's actually quite hard to get hold of separately. So that's really handy to have it all in one convenient little pouch. And if you want to feed your insects purely that, you can. I would use that as a kind of dusting powder on top of what I already feed them, to make sure they're getting plenty of water as well. I don't give my insects water bowls, so I usually give them something quite high in water to make sure they stay hydrated and they live a bit longer. But yeah, gut loading insects, really good. So another great thing, you know, Arcadia really can do no wrong in my eyes, but it's so good to see a company coming out with products that are so well balanced and so nutritious for both the animal and the feeder animals, because it's not often that people really think about the feeder animals, and they often get fed on bran and things like that, and it's not as good as feeding them stuff like this. So I'm definitely really excited to use that. The next thing is something I currently use and I will always continue to use, purely because it's, well, actually purely because it's great, and secondly because my bearded dragon absolutely loves it. So this is Dragon Fuel, which is, I think, the coolest name ever. So it says on the front, 20 plus plants and over 100 natural ingredients. This is a kind of sprinkle that you would put on top of the veg that you make for them on a daily basis anyway. But it's got all of these things that are so hard to get hold of. And bearded dragons would eat a lot of weeds and things like that in the wild. And where I live in London, it's not so easy to get hold of that stuff. And, you know, ensure that it's safe and it's not being sprayed with pesticides or things like that. So this has got everything like that inside it already. And I only need a small amount, and it lasts blooming ages. And it's also got a wonderful amount of vitamins in here. And you can just see at the bottom here. So boosts immune function, wound healing, tissue repair, and overall health. So my beardie's knocking on 10 years old, and I've been feeding him this since, you know, for as long as it's been out actually. And it's quite new, but he absolutely loves it. And in the past I've used different kind of botanical mixes with him, and he's just not been a fan. And there's something in there that he goes absolutely crazy for. So if your bearded dragon's a little bit fussy and is a little bit uncertain of new foods, then I would definitely try this, because mine seems to love it, and it's super healthy. So if you've got any questions about anything that I've shown you, please do let me know, or visit Arcadia's website. Not only will you get to see this stuff, but you can also have a gander at their huge lighting range, and you can see all the wonderful things that they've done to promote good care of reptiles. So yeah, massive thanks again to Arcadia for sending this stuff through to me. I'm definitely going to use it, and I'm really excited to use it because it's currently a lot better than the stuff that I've got. So that's wonderful. And yeah, as I said, you guys, if you have any questions at all, let me know. I'll answer them best I can, or I will point you in the direction for a better answer, depending on what it is. But I hope you're having a great day, and I will catch up with you all soon.